Yo, what is going on, Nitrosites? It is your boy, the Nitro General here, and welcome back to episode 4 of our Doom Eternal playthrough. If you guys are excited for this and you guys want to show some support on the episode, I would really appreciate it if you guys would leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new. As always, you guys can check out the playlist for the first 3 episodes and all of the ones after this. So yeah, guys, I'm very excited. Let's get right into it, guys. I'm really excited to play. But I do just want to say that I recorded this in advance, and I forgot that I had my mic muted the entire time I was playing this, which means that I have to go back and record audio for this entire episode in post. So that is why I am going to be trying my best to kind of commentate over all of this for you guys, but there probably will be a little bit of gameplay that has, you know, no audio over it. I mean, you obviously have the music and stuff, and I'll come in at different parts, but I don't have time to sit down and, you know, record another audio for 40 minutes, especially when I have to go to work here in like an hour. So yeah, I'm very sorry about that, guys. I had been playing with some friends, and we were playing some Fortnite, and then he decided that he had to go, but he didn't know if he was going to come back, whatever, and I had muted the mic just in case, you know, he came back, and then he didn't end up coming back, and I never unmuted my mic. Now, I never really mute my mic, so when I started playing, there was no indication on anything, on the recording software, whatever, that had told me that my mic was muted, right? It told me I had full microphone abilities and it was recording audio, but it wasn't, because I had muted the mic. So I do apologize, guys, and I hope the audio quality isn't too bad. It'll be back to normal in the next episode, I promise. So yeah, right about here is where I was quite struggling a little bit. I know there was a power-up right there, but I decided not to try to waste my time, because if I died there, I would have to go all the way back to the beginning, as you guys will see here, because I fail this jump right here, and I have to restart everything. So yeah. Oh, look at that. So yeah, we have to quickly just go around. We have to jump on these platforms and dash. Either way, I mean, I remember playing this part of the game a while back, and I had struggled with it a little bit because it's kind of a time thing. And if you guys don't know anything about me, I do not like timed stuff when it comes to games. I don't like time trials, timed issues, anything like that, because I like to be able to take my time, and rushing through a game and rushing to do certain things really sucks. So yeah, here we are going to murder some more demons in very like satisfying ways, I will say. Like, come on, I jumped on that dude's back and then stomped off his head. Like, come on, how is that not cool? And then, as you guys can see, there is my amazing accuracy that I ended up killing myself because I fell down in the lava, and then I just stood there in the lava acting like I didn't know where I was getting damage from. So, yes. So I really hate these demons. You know, the ones that just run at you like completely straight like that. They have no buffer, right, at all. You can just literally shoot at them 1,000 times, and they will never like buffer back and give you a time where they're not charging at you or jumping at you or something like that. Obviously, the only way to buffer them is to shoot them with a freeze grenade, or to just actually hit them with a regular grenade or a rocket from the rocket launcher that we get later in this episode.
The remaining health freezes by activating your celestial locator.
Alright, so now we made it to this little part here, where we are on the ship, and basically what happens now is it gives us like a tutorial on how to do a bunch of stuff around the ship, and I just run around the ship for about 5 minutes, getting completely lost where I'm going. I have no clue where I'm going, what I'm supposed to be doing at all. Right now, like, I'm super confused at where the checkpoint is telling me to go. I thought I had to jump in there. I thought it was going to teleport me somewhere. But, yeah, so this opens up, and it opens up an entire part of this ship. And I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. You know, obviously, we have to put the Sentinel battery in here that we were given at the end of the last episode. And that will activate power for other parts of the ship, I believe, which allow us to get to other parts of the ship. And yeah, so I'm basically, it's showing me all the different other things that you can do on the ship. You know, there's the training part and everything, and you know, here there's our freeze grenade here, which is kind of cool. I end up using it a few times, but mostly by accident, because it defaults to your frag grenade, and you have to switch between your frag and your freeze grenade, and it always defaults to the freeze, so I end up always using the freeze when I want to use the frag grenade. This is really cool. I mean, look at that. It's literally a giant, Doomslayer mech, like we've seen in the other portions of the game. And I don't know if we ever get to use it, but I think that would be really, really, really dope if we do get to use it. Obviously, it does not have any legs, as you will see right here. So, really, I don't know if if we'll get extra parts for it, or if this is just for aesthetic. But either way, it's a giant doom-slaying mech. Or I think it's a mech. I don't actually know too much about the game. But that's just really, really cool. And then I guess we have to come over here and activate this. Whatever this is doing. I have no idea what anything that I'm doing here on the ship is doing. I'm literally just running around and pressing buttons. The chances of me coming back here and really doing anything are very slim. Obviously, there's a practice room here, which will allow us to go and practice our skills, which it forces you into. Like, I try to go out and you can't. It forces you in here, and it forces you to kind of kill a few demons here, and then it'll let you out, and you can always come back in here to practice. To be honest with you guys, I don't really know why anybody would use this. I mean, does anybody ever use, like, when games give you options to practice and stuff like that, do you ever really take that practice? Like in Mortal Kombat, they have like the AI battles, and then they have like a practice thing where like you can practice your moves and stuff like that against an AI that won't do anything and it'll just stand there. So what is the whole point of that? It's like this game is about murdering people and killing different demons. Like you're not gonna come and practice here. Nobody's going to practice killing demons when we can just go and kill them in the first place. So I just also want to realize that now I know that that's our ship and that's what our ship looks like. But in the moment, I thought it was a gun. Like it looks like a gun to me, and I thought that we were supposed to get a gun. So I'm like trying to grab it, thinking that that was a gun. But it's our ship. Like if you go back, and I think I mentioned it, even though you can't hear any of the audio. I think I mentioned it. It looks like a gun. Like it looks like on the back there, it looks like it's a handle. So, but I believe that's our ship, unless it's a gun that we get later in the game, but I do believe that's the ship. So, now I am trying to find my way to get back to the checkpoint. Alright, so after running around for 5-10 minutes with like a chicken with our head cut off, we do find this guy here that is very Dark Souls-esque, that give us these like objects that will allow us to level certain things up. They appear throughout the other stories, so I can get more of them at any time, or not at any time, but whenever they show up, they're almost like little secret things that you can find, and they help you level things up. And now I am going to be forced to level something up. I talk about all these different little areas and all these different things that I could level up if I want to, but I don't end up leveling of any of them because of the fact that I wanted to try to save it, and then the game is like, nah, man, we're gonna force you to use your first one. So I end up using it on something small, I think. I don't know. Yeah, so I end up doing this one here, which was just like the launching into the climbing animation faster, which really I don't think is that helpful, to be honest with you guys, but I had to click something because it forced me to do it. So now that that dude is just going to be kneeling there forever, we have to head back to the next checkpoint, which I believe is back up to the top, where we get to teleport back down to the kill some more demons. I also really wanted to mention here, did you guys see how jiggly these things are? Like, when I launch into that animation and I grab their head to cut off, and I, like, pull it up, their, like, neck wiggles. Wiggles like a piece of spaghetti. Like, come on, that's pretty cool. I'm not totally sure where I gotta go here, but if I just turn over there... Oh, right there, yeah. Yeah, there's past me acting like I'm stupid because I have no idea where I'm going, but now that I have played this and I already know where I have to go, it seems very simple, but in the moment I was very confused.
location at this time.
Welcome, Slave. Is my time, is my time. Let's see if you're strong enough to survive this curse.
So now we are encountering more of these little dudes with flamethrowers that they never really told us that they were different enemies, but I always thought they were just like the same things, but they are basically just the same, just regular demons, just with flamethrowers that do a lot of damage, like a lot of damage. So now we have to defeat another one of these guys here, one of the ones that I absolutely hate. And as you can see me frantically switching between guns because I want to try to shoot my hyperwave beam into that, even though I'm not totally sure how to get that to work sometimes.
The Slayer has arrived. All mortal challenged personnel, please be advised.
So now we are finally introduced to the heavies. So basically, yeah, we have to murder these giant things with giant cannons on them. Their weak points obviously are their cannons on their hands. And I kill this thing, and then I do not realize that two more spawn directly behind me, and I get murdered here. Honestly, when I turn around, and I realize that there are two more behind me, I start like freaking out because I'm like, oh my god, there are two more of these behind me, and I didn't realize it, and then we die. And we end up dying a few more times before I realize what the game really wants you to do. So I realized right here that when you shoot that, it obviously lets down the big swords and kills the whatever's in the path. I knew that it did that because we were doing it earlier, but I didn't realize that it killed the heavies just automatically because they're heavies. But it does. So that was pretty simple. After dying 3 or 4 times, all I really had to do is just turn around and shoot that. But now we can go over here, get another one of these like runes from this Dark Souls looking dude, and we can continue on. So here I realized basically what you have to do to get up there is you do have to jump on that, and you have to wait for that to come back. But by the time I realized that, I had to wait for that to come over. But I get too impatient and I jump anyways, and we do have to wait for that now to start coming back over there. But honestly, we could just jump over there like that, and we actually get the cultist key, the first one. So yeah, and then I can snipe these dudes over there, even though I end up killing almost everything except for that dude. But the thing is that I also realized that when I'm trying to shoot these things, that the hitbox of that like green thing that activates the saws was bigger than I thought it was, because I end up activating that a few times when I don't want to activate it. But yeah, I really like the fact that we have a sniper rifle, so we can actually just snipe those things down there. And now we encounter the first of a new type of enemy, which has these like energy shields, which are pretty cool too, because you can just shoot those and they blow up and they kill everything around it, which is pretty dope. I mean, you gotta admit that, but obviously we can't get too close. Look at that! Look at that! Like, I could just kill anything around those things, which is really neat. So yeah, and then here I run around for a couple minutes, not realizing quite where I have to go. I know where I have to go, but no, I know where I have to go now, but I'm running around here. Obviously, this place, I don't really care for how it's laid out, because it doesn't show you exactly where you have to go very easily. Obviously, our checkpoint's in there, and really, we'd have to go over. Come on, Nitro G. Over there. You're getting warmer. Oh, now you're cold. Oh, warmer. There you are. You're burning hot. So we have to jump over here, and my first thought is that we have to jump over onto that red electric bridge there, which is really cool looking, and I was like, let's go over there, and then they enticed me with it, and I realized that you don't, and I hit the world border, and I died. So basically, we just have to come over here, jump on that launch pad, and then turn around and get onto the platform that it wants you to go on, which is after I kind of hit the side there and slipped off. And now, we are given the rocket launcher. Now, this is very powerful and very cool. However, and I don't know, I know I mentioned it in the next episode, but I don't know if I mentioned it in this one. When you run out of ammo in a gun, this game, instead of making you switch, automatically switches you to a random gun in your arsenal, including the rocket launcher. Meaning that when you could be in mid-shot, it switches you to a different gun and continues to let you shoot. I could be shooting an enemy and then shoot the rocket directly into the face of another enemy and not only kill that one, but do a lot of damage to myself. So here's me, running and realizing that the glory kill for the heavies is to stab their heart. Why they have just their heart open on their chest, I don't know. Talk about wearing their heart on their sleeve, literally almost. Ripping their heart out and shoving it down their throat is kind of like a very brutal way to glory kill anything. So, yeah. And here's me again acting very confused because I don't totally know what I have to do, but I figure it out fairly easily. It's a little bit of a time thing. I see that thing over there to the left, and I think maybe I have to get to that, but really it's not that complicated. My brain just doesn't work very well. See here, I thought maybe if I use that thing to jump up and go around, but then I realized that it doesn't get me up quick enough, and I still have to do this over again. But I do realize pretty quickly that it should not be that hard like that, and then we can just jump up there and get another cultist key. So obviously now we are back around the side of where we were before, and we encounter the first of these snake chick, kind of enemies, which really aren't that hard. They just move around fast, and they're usually not by them. They're harder when they're not by themselves, but because they sometimes are, they're not really that hard. But when they're like with all these around here and they move so fast, they can be a little bit hard. As you can see, I can't even really hit her very easily because she's very fast. And I was trying to use the hyper wave beam to literally make her explode, and there we go. Well, now we can get an upgrade for another one of our guns. I actually go through and I look to see what we can get on all of them. There is not too much. We can upgrade it. We can't actually like unlock a new thing, but I want to get some for the rocket launcher, and they do have the remote detonate, and then they have the lock on blast. I end up getting the lock on blast because I think that would be a lot more useful, and it ends up being very much more useful than other things. But, yeah, so right up here is where I try to end the episode, and then, those things end up following me around, so I end up having to kill them, like, and then I try to use my flamethrower, because the option to switch, guns is different, on Doom. So now that they are dead, we are going to end off today's episode. If you guys enjoyed this, make sure to leave a like on it. Subscribe if you guys are new. Check out all the other episodes in the playlist if you want. But other than that, guys, like I say at the end of every video, I am the Nitro General. I really hope you guys did enjoy, and I will see you in the next one. Nitro General is out. Peace.